Okay there folks, right, it seems that Kevin Keegan is the latest person that's in hot water. Yes, he's done something really, really bad folks. He's aired an honest opinion, his opinion, and people don't like it. What has he said for those that don't know? Right, I'll tell you. He said he doesn't appreciate, he doesn't like women commentating and doing punditry work on men's football. It's landed him in hot water. They're calling him sexist and all things that go with that. And I thought to myself, okay then, Kevin. All right then, go on, I'll join you on that one. I'm with you on that one. I'm going to get some grief, but I don't mind. This channel's all about telling the truth as you see it, whether you're right or wrong, having an opinion. And I'm not going to lie just to appease people. No, I feel the same, Kevin. But I've felt it for 2 or 3 years now. But let me expand on it, folks, because I'm not sexist at all. Let me explain why. Let me explain what I mean. I have got no trouble with women pundits. He actually referenced Gabby Logan, said he likes her. I like her a lot. The young lady that presents Football Focus, like her a lot. She's very good at what she does. Her English could be better. She's from the Ian Beale Finishing School of English. But what she says is virtually spot on and she knows the stuff. Natalie Sawyer, who's been on TalkSport, like her a lot. The lovely lady that was on the breakfast show, and I can't remember her name, I should be able to, but I've not wrote anything down. She's now with BT or whatever they call nowadays. Brilliant at what she does. There's lots of good women, there is. But there's some that are absolutely crap. They're not normally the presenters of the shows, they're normally the pundits. And what happened, folks, is 2 or 3 years ago now, one of the football shows decided to bring a woman on the panel. So they all think, oh, wait a minute, they've got one on us here, we'll all have to do the same. The same as they have in the past where they get one, say, ex-black footballer on a panel and all of a sudden every other station thinks, oh, we've got to do the same. We've all got to be seen to be inclusive and we can't let ITV or BBC or Sky or BT get one up on us. We've all got to do the same. And because of that, we've flooded football with women pundits. Now, the odd one of them is okay, but most of them talk absolutely crap. It's rubbish. And it's nothing to do with them not knowing the men's game or anything like that. It's just to do with them not being very good. I watch virtually no women's football. I really don't. I've said it here in the past. I watch virtually none of the World Cup, none of the thing they won before. It was the Euros or whatever it may have been. I just don't. It's not for me, but everyone to their own. I've watched a bit of women's international rugby league and not international rugby league, the local teams. That's only because I had a relative that played for one of the top teams there. So I followed her, and I've followed the team, although it's not my team, since from time to time. And there's some great women's rugby league players. There's a couple of them that have been on rugby league shows, adding summaries to the men's game and to the women's game, and a couple of them are really good. But a couple of them are absolutely crap. Now the thing is, for those that watch this station, you'll know I've said in the past, one of my big sporting things is rugby league. I love it. Many of you don't know it, many of you don't watch it. It's a fantastic game. Over the last 15 to 20 years, they've had some absolutely crap summarisers on, and I mean crap. They're still running with some now. They've got some brilliant ones. There's 2 or 3 that are brilliant and would be great in any sport, but they've got some crap. A couple of the worst ones they've gotten rid of a few years ago. They've gone now, not dead, but they've gone. But they still have crap, and I used to always say to pals of mine, why on earth are they letting him doing punditry or commentating on rugby league when rugby league needs a bigger audience? We need more people watching it. We need to grow the game, and we've got people on there that sound absolutely thick or stupid or know nothing about the game. For all they might have played it, they just push our game back to the dark ages. And you've got some now on football, especially on men's football. But I've had what did I turn on the other day? There was a game on Sunday. I never turned on. It was Chelsea against. It was a Women's Super League game. I think it might have been on Channel 4. It might have been on Sky. I'm not sure. About 4 or 5 o'clock on Sunday. Chelsea versus I can't remember who. I should know, but I don't. But I say I don't follow it. There's a woman summarising there, and she's absolutely crap. And I'm thinking, how has she got a job? How has she got a job? She sounds stupid. I don't necessarily mean the way she talks, but the things she says. And I think what's happened in women's football and rugby over the last few years, you've had a few people go into dressing rooms and saying, does anyone fancy doing something on the TV? Many of them are frightened, and the odd one will put their hand up. Go on then, we'll give you a go. And they're just picking people. Not so much we know training, because when ex-footballers come onto these shows as pundits, often they've not got any training. But I think they're going through a better process, and they're picking, the executives are picking ones that sound good in front of a camera and or say the right things. But there's some women that are doing punditry on football and rugby league on the men's and the women's side that are absolutely crap. They really are. And they've only got a job because they're women. And that's the bit I don't agree with. Again, like Kevin, I probably would prefer, on the men's game, it ideally to be all men. But it doesn't hurt me women doing it. But what bothers me is when the women are crap. Actually, for the presenting of the show, I think they're great. You know, not women in general, but certain women. I say, Gabby Roslin, fantastic. The young lady that does the, as I say, the show on BBC One at lunchtime, great. Natalie Sawyer, great. The girl that was on TalkSport, I can't think of her name, and I should, because I think she's absolutely... I've done a thing on her about 4 weeks ago when she left TalkSport, got watched by a few hundred people. I think she's fantastic. I'm sorry I can't remember her name. But going on from that, I'll give you a last bit. On this morning, this is what I'm on about stupidity. Not this morning, on Loose Women. They discussed it on Loose Women about how Kevin Keegan was in trouble. And they spoke to a couple of women on the panel there. And this is what I'm talking about how people sometimes that don't know what they're talking about or aren't that clever can make things sound even worse and throw things back into the dark ages. Some of the pundits on the screen that are doing football are doing that for my money. That's why I don't think they should be on there. But they asked a couple of people today on this Loose Women panel. Firstly, they asked Olivia Atwood-Cack. Olivia Atwood-Cack, she's called. What do you feel about Kevin Keegan? She said, well, the gap is closing the stats with speed. The gap is closing the stats with speed. And the pace at which they kick the ball. The pace at which they kick the ball. What on earth is she on about? The gap is closing the stats with speed and the pace they kick the ball. And I thought, well, they shouldn't have asked her the question. She shouldn't have answered. She should have said, I know nothing about nothing. I don't know anything about it. It just made the show seem and her sound stupid. Then they went and asked old Frankie Bridge. She's the one that's married to ex-Chelsea footballer. Is it Wayne? Oh, I know nothing about football, but I'm married to one. Now, we all know she meant footballer, but I know nothing about football. I'm married to one. One of the other panellists said, what, the footballer or the footballer? And they all laughed and she said, oh, the footballer. Well, again, why are they talking about Kevin Keegan and whatever else having an opinion when they know absolutely nothing about the game and they sound stupid? And they say that's what's happening in the men's football and that's what Keegan means. If they're great at the job and they're good at the job, he's fine. But what he's trying to say in a roundabout way, I believe, is some of them are absolutely crap and shouldn't have a job in there. And Kevin, I agree with you at 110%. I really do. As I say, it's the same with rugby league to an extent. Okay, that's my thoughts. If it upsets anybody, then I'm sorry. But that's just my thoughts.